Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Look, I'm not going to hold y'all here long at all. At all. I got a hard stop in about an hour and 10 minutes or less. But I had to come by here real brief, okay? May God bless the United States of America and the whole entire world. Literally, that is my prayer. My prayer also is that people that see things happening take heed, and that's simply why I'm here, honestly. I have a funeral to be preparing for, but I could not, absolutely could not just carry on and not bring us up to speed on what the heck is going on. May God bless America. Not only that, I'll say this. I'm coming by here tonight to not only bring you the latest, in hopes that you would take heed and you would really stop playing. You would get real serious about the seriousness of what's happening, okay? I don't want to be here long. Let me go ahead and welcome my cousins over here on Instagram. What's going on, family? It's Dr. Tawana Worlds coming by real short, sweet, and straight to the beat, okay? Make sure you share this with everybody. Help me beat the algorithm, the robot, etc., okay? But it's a whole lot of sugar, honey, iced tea. They cooking, right? They cooking. And I don't want to be too focused on all of that because I really can care less about what politics is doing, the government is doing, etc. My number one goal is to make sure that we stop falling into these dumb booby traps and jumping on every fad just because somebody that looked like us said so. And really start taking the time and the energy, okay? It was literally a waste of time today to go out and protest big corporations like that. I mean, when you want to protest, and how you protest is go start your own stuff. It's as simple as that. If we're going to protest anything, we ought to be protesting black on black crime, black on black ignorance, how we need to come together and come up with a plan other than a day of boycotting art. I mean, that's nothing. It really is not. So that's first what I would like to say pertaining to that matter. It's absolutely foolish. We're not getting anywhere by doing that. Yeah, you can make a statement, but we've been making statements for hundreds of years and we still unheard. If you really want to take your financial power back, and that is the only power that we as a people have allowed other people to have over us, instead of moaning, groaning, whining, and complaining, do something. So at the end, when I bring you up to speed on all of the shenanigans that are happening, and this is not to bring you up to speed because this is some type of gossip blog or some type of keeping up with the Joneses content. That is not the reason why I'm here. I only allow you to see, if you have not seen, what is happening and why it is urgent that you get your butt in gear and do something for yourself and stop participating in these rituals that we as Black America, especially, somebody made a comment the other day on my channel, and I just want to go ahead and address this right here, right now. If you ever step to me, you better come correct. I'm not a content creator. I'm more than just a businesswoman. I am a straight up ambassador of the kingdom of God. I can care less about anything political. If something aligns with my belief, then I'll speak on it. And if it does not, then I won't. I'm neither black or white. I'm kingdom. We are all creation of God, even though we are not all the children of God. You can catch that with two hands at a later time. But everybody is the creation of God. White, yellow, purple, it doesn't matter. So please don't ever come to my channel being disrespectful in any manner. Hey, this does not only apply to Black people, it applies to white people. It applies to whoever I am speaking to. And because there is so much ignorance in my community, I tend to address my community. Everybody else can address their communities. I can address mine as well, without you feeling all butthurt. But if you are butthurt, keep it respectful at all times. At all times. My number one mission is to do what my Lord and Savior has called me to do, and that is to be the light in the darkness. None of this stuff that's happening in this worldly kingdom is not happening in my heavenly kingdom. And that is what I am here to announce, pronounce, decree, and declare. If you are in the world and you are part of this demonic system, you are in trouble. Simple as that. If you are a part of God's kingdom, then you will heed what he is saying to get yourself in a different position where you can preserve not only yourself but your family and the ones that he has assigned to you. That's solely what this is about. God has given us all the same amount of hours, same amount of time. Matter of fact, Stevie Wonder, and he doesn't have the type of vision that we have. But Stevie Wonder can see what is going on. And again, I'm not talking about political. I'm talking about globally. I'm talking about what we can see right dab in the middle of our, right here. We can see clearly what is going on. So when I come by here, there's never to share or any of that to make you afraid or to share like you getting some tea. The only tea that you're going to get over here is the truth. Ain't going to be nothing that's going to appease your flesh. And I'm always going to tell the truth, unashamed, unadulterated, bold, and courageously. So I got to start off by saying that. Now for the next 45 of my minutes, I'm going to take a couple of those minutes to bring us up to speed on what is going on. No, it probably is inside of the living room somewhere, Papa. Can you shut this door back, please? All right, cool. So there are a lot of programs that people that I know and that I don't know. But like I said, they are part of my community. And it is not just browns and darker browns. It is the American people, regardless of your skin tone or your language, your dialect. It is the American people. This is one big system. And this system intended for it to benefit us. It was intended to benefit this system. You see a group of people that are literally prospering, committing all kinds of fraudulent acts. Ain't nobody being held accountable like they ought to be. Ain't nobody being arrested for their fraudulent acts. I mean, they are pumping money like a Black Friday sale into other countries, allow other countries to literally come up over here and disrespect this country after the American taxpayers have worked their butts off. So much so that they got to pick up 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. I mean, enough is enough. Humbly. You can go ahead and continue on and work yourself to death trying to pay your bills because that's all you're able to do. Or you can either take heed to what God is saying. God gives his children rest. Do we have to go through things and endure things? Absolutely. But God gives his children's plans. And if you would hearken to his plans, and he does not change. So just because it's 2025, God ain't going to be like, oh, the modernized God. No, the same thing he told the widow during the famine. Same thing he told the, she wasn't a widow. She was just, well, yeah, she was a widow. It was 2 widows. There's a widow at the brook of Zarephath who didn't have no money to feed her and her children. But when she gave God first, that was her instructions to give to the prophet first. Her oil and her dough for her bread did not run out for years. Secondly, the widow who was in debt to the government of that time was instructed to go in her house and use what she had in her house, and whatever she didn't have to go borrow it from her neighbors so that she can have what she needed, and she didn't run out. She started a whole business. So did Joseph. We can go on and on and on. So did the apostles in Acts. When Abagus said there is going to be a famine, they began to prepare themselves accordingly. We don't just have, and I say this all the time, there's so many things happening simultaneously from international and within that we shouldn't be out here this casually, comfortable, going on as if it's a regular smegular day. It is not. And the signs are blazing. Straight up. We been overdue if we ain't got no seeds, not only in some dirt outside, but some plants. They got all kind of ways to grow vegetables, indoors and outdoors. No, it ain't no popular message, but it's the truth. And I promise you that soon you're going to fool around and find out. Soon. And while all of this is happening, there are groups of people that are untouched by any of this. And that's why I come in as a watchman. For one, y'all see this. For two, this is what we ought to be doing. And this is what the Lord is not only telling me. I can go through people's YouTubes, I can go through people's Instagrams and see somebody saying a similar message. God is saying I want to do something for y'all that y'all been crying for generations to be done. Yet and still, you won't take the urgency of the time, of the matter, to get yourself in position for what worse is to come than what you are seeing happening now. Literally. And God is looking for people who will get themselves in the field. The harvest is bountiful. It is big. It is major. And whatever you put your hands to do and whatever you put your feet to do for the edifying of the kingdom, I don't care if it's starting a group with a Bible study. If that is what he told you to do, do it. If he told you to start a business, if he told you to learn another skill, if he told you to intercede and find other intercessors, whatever he told you to do that will edify and enlarge his kingdom, he will bless it. But we too busy doing other things and entertain and detain for entry, bodies, demons, spiritual wickedness in high places. We too caught up on politics and color. And the sword is at your throat. Last time I was here, I told y'all that they had reduced funding or they did something to where I think they reduced funding to where the education department, we know that on like an elementary, middle school, high school level, but nobody even thought that they would come for student loans. And that is exactly what they did. And the last time I mentioned that it was on the very day where they said, if you are on a deferred payment plan, that is out the door. We taking that funding back to save the country from going bankrupt. So we taking that money back that was given so that you can, for that program, so that they can defer your loan, whatever the case may be. Well, I'll be hot diggity dog if folks didn't start getting emails, including myself, because out of 18 student loans, 15 or 16 has been paid off. And during the pandemic, I started in 2019 paying off my student loans. 3,000 here, 2,000 here, paying them off. But when the pandemic came and they just kind of like, hey, all student loans will be paused, we'll pause them too. So they sent me an email the very next day. There has been a change to your student loan. Log into your portal. And not just my student loan. There has been a change to the deferred payment plan thing. Same thing that they said. Sure enough, any student loans, forbearances, deferment, no, they are due on demand. Let me go ahead and knock my two out. There ain't that much anywhere, and you won't be able to collect all of that insurance. But God told me at the beginning of the pandemic, when I start paying them off in 2019, get out of their system. Because they're going to come for you. No more free reduced meals. I want y'all to really think about that. Who is going to be affected and impacted greatly with these cuts? And am I saying this because I'm mad about what they're doing? I'm not. They do what they do. Politics. What I am saying is not to go melt down and, oh my God, they're taking our money and all of this stuff. Man, let them people have that stuff. We should be in a different position of power. First of all, if you are a believer, Secondly, even if you are not, where did we go so wrong with giving other people our positions of power? Because the only power that anybody holds over us is financially. Can't be out. I mean, and the reason why we ain't got financial power is because we lack financial knowledge. That's it. That is the the roadblock or the stumbling block between A to B is a lack of knowledge, a lack to discern that there's an opportunity and there's a window of time that I need to take to actually get in a better position. And if you think this ain't scriptural, then you don't know the word. Pray that you may escape all that is coming on the face of this earth. That is not talking about no rapture, beloved. That is talking about preparation from Ecclesiastics all the way up to the New Testament. Preparation. A fool seeth calamity coming upon himself and run straight into it. But a wise man seeth calamity coming from afar off and he hideth himself. That's a scripture for you. Even when Christ got ready to ascend, if you have a coat, sell it, buy your sword. Because you're coming into some tumultuous times. Preparation is a part of any process in life. You got to prepare to be a parent, prepare to be a spouse, prepare to take a test, prepare to be a student, prepare to be the greatest, prepare to be a master, prepare to be a servant. So a lot of things are happening. And who do you think will be affected greatly? I want to know that from your lips to my ears. Who do you think will be affected greatly by this stuff? And again, I say, have I been given some type of insight that, they're doing this on purpose? No. I don't listen to talking points, the media. I listen to the spirit. Do I think they're implementing a B system? Absolutely. That is written. I don't know why so many people act shocked. Everything that we see happening is written. But he told us to prepare. Even though these things were happening, he said, blessed is the man that I find working. And I'm not talking about no 9 to 5. No, I'm not talking about that type of work. Working the works of the kingdom. Blessed is the man when I return that I find working. Blessed is the man who is not asleep during the harvest time. It's harvest time and folks still tripping. See if I have time to share a couple of these articles. If not, I'll just let you know exactly what they are, so I ain't gotta be going in between this and that. Okay? Because like I said, I have a hard stop. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. All right, so I mean, it's a wild stuff out here. And again, I'm gonna say not that I have to, but I just need to make it real clear. As like I said, if you come at me sideways with some dumb stuff, some disrespect, then I'm definitely going to put you in your place. I don't play with spirits at all. Let me see if I can show y'all this right here. Hey, Sister Sunshine, and just a PSA to everybody. As I see my sister, my boss lady sister came in the building. Um, for those that are waiting on an email from me, I purpose to have them done no later than tomorrow evening. And I think it's maybe 6 or 7 emails that I need to send out. Excuse me. Without getting too much into sharing my business or somebody else's business, it has been one hell of a week. If I showed y'all some pictures, um, you probably wouldn't believe if I just showed you. Um, and that's what I'll say to protect a person's privacy. But it has been real, 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 real. And I say this all the time: make sure you check on people, be there for people. I'm not just a servant online; I'm a servant offline. And there has been, it's just um, a lot of pain, and a lot of people. And people are going through it, and people are really, really going through it. And not just financially, mentally, physically, people are really, really going through it. And that's just off the record. But I have been on the phone trying to, like I said, I want to watch what I say because I don't want anybody. I'll get to the emails tomorrow, okay? There are mental health crises that are going on in people in my intermediate family. And it's been a doozy. It really has. Because God saw fit, for whatever reason, to put me as a pillar in my family. And I'm not saying that I'm ungrateful for it. I thank God for it, but it is overwhelming sometimes when you are the go-to for everything, literally. And then I sit here and I show people how to become in a better situation so that they can avoid um, problems that bring depression, such as not being able to afford things and just being depressed with life. So many people are depressed with life, like with life. And I can never be too busy here and forsake my family that's really dealing with some challenges, and it's just devastating. So I've had a very busy week. And when I say very busy, I mean a very busy, tumultuous week. To God be the glory. My loved ones are still here. And even as I'm sitting here, I'm only sitting here for a short amount of time because I need to keep my phone open while preparing for a funeral. So I will make sure that all 7 of y'all waiting on an email have y'all emails by tomorrow. Okay? If I ever need grace, I'll come by here and ask y'all for grace. Anytime something is going on in my family, they're going to take first priority because there's a lot. There's times where I have to literally get on the phone and talk to my children for hours because they're dealing with inner turmoil about the loss of their siblings. I got people in my family that are dealing with some dark stuff. I got people in my family. I mean, it's a lot. So I wanted to make that public service announcement. What I have on the screen here is, because I'm sure we're not aware of this, unless you've been paying attention to this. While you got all the hype and the smoke about, hey, buy black today and Trump is a racist. I mean, all of this garbage that we hear every day. $927 billion vanished from the stock market. Now, when China released a deep sea AI, that knocked the stock market out like $2 trillion in one day. And I said it then, we cannot take no type of losses like that again. That was last month, I believe. We're coming into a new month. So maybe the ending of January, somewhere around there, right after Trump took office. So I know it was after January 20th. But it ain't even been a good 45 days. We took a $2 trillion loss in a day. Now, this is from a country who is already head deep in debt. We so close to bankruptcy. That's why they're going into finding where y'all been spending money that does not benefit the people right away. This don't benefit us to have studies in Egypt and Africa and, Mumbai and all these. That's not benefiting us. It's not benefiting us to have employees sitting at desks and they not doing work. Y'all paying dead people, giving people Social Security that is 350 to 359 years of age, unheard of. To save this country, it is worse than what we can ever imagine. It is so worse. We was funneling money to everybody. The cartels, we were funneling money to terrorists. I have the video. If I have enough time to come by here the next day or two, trust me, I'm going to share y'all. Out of their own mouths, from Congress knew about it. I mean, evil like never before. We're literally funding the people. And then they right here homegrown on our territory. And we've been giving them millions of dollars. But back to this. After we lost $2 trillion in one day, we turns around. And one day ago, maybe two now, 927 billion just vanished from the stock market, just gone. We are in trouble. And that is why we need to be working hecka fast. Yeah, I made that word up because I didn't want to say the other word, hell fast. Okay? We need to be building like tomorrow is the last day. Literally. God help us redeem the time, because that's what he said. Pray that you may be found redeeming the time, because the days are evil. We need to redeem the time. What is redeeming the time? Buying back that time that you lost, that you wasted, that you procrastinated about, that you slept on, that you didn't take seriously. You got to buy it back. And in order for you to buy something back, you got to have some money. All of the 15-minute cities that we don't even know about, Lord have mercy. I'm just going to say they know what they're doing, okay? The U.S. stock market, this was 6 days ago. No, 6 days ago. Significant market loss as 927 billion was erased from the U.S. stock market. They experienced a significant downturn, resulting in the loss of $927 billion. That's a lot of money. And they did not tell us what happened. We still don't know what happened. As if the $2 trillion wasn't enough. On top of China is finna get hit with double tariffs. Half of everything that we wear, drink, buy, listen to, including our cell phones, is made in China. Our smart devices, our laptops, our tablets, it's made in China. So when they said a 46% increase in everyday goods and what we buy, our what we need, they wasn't playing. They really was not playing. Okay? Not to mention that Saturday, tariffs that was on pause goes back on Canada and Mexico. And they did tell us, because I made sure everybody knew under my watch, that we would lose $1,000 from what we have now in income. Just trying to pay the higher inflated prices. Currently, Japan is experiencing wildfires. Let me show y'all something else now that you said that. Thank you. Terrible. Let me come back over here and share this. And let me show y'all this here, okay? Department of Education takes down key student loan forgiveness and repayment applications. This is from Forbes, okay? I just want to show y'all receipts so you know it's real, okay? Let me go back this way. As you can see at the top, your income-driven repayment plan recertification deadline has changed. Okay, who name do y'all see on that? Tawana, you have a new document in your inbox. This was the next day. They want their money, and they like J.G. Wentworth. They want it now. Let me pull this up, okay? No more free lunches for children. Got to get back to buying them free lunches. No more working remotely at all. You got to get up and come into the office. If you don't, you're done. That's if you survive the elimination process of all of these people that they're getting rid of for waste. Okay? Let me go find the one that I want to show y'all real quick. Just showed y'all that. Want to show y'all how many brother men just laid off. Okay. Mr. Mark Zuckerberg warned employees to prepare for an intense year. This was after he just laid off 3,600 workers, including some who claimed they got glowing reviews. Now, you just laid off almost 4,000 people and then told the other ones to prepare for an intense year. These are big tech oligarchs. we can expect Joann's, and it's sad that Joann's and all these big name brand buildings are closing down this many stores. Joann, the bankrupt fabrics retailer, is closing 500 of its 800 stores. That's a lot of stores. That's a lot of people without a job. And then once you get laid off, you have no other job to go and apply for. Why? Because lots of companies, big tech, restaurant, federal, all of these people are cutting people and restructuring their system. And then they said through the restructure, the AI, the automation, all of that, we definitely have to give these people universal basic income. I don't want that crap. And hopefully you don't want it either. That's next to taking the chip. You get to dictate when I eat, what I eat, how I eat, if it's good enough for you, if I'm a good citizen, which I am. I'm not worried about any of those things, but that is too much power and too much control to give a man to a human being. Now, this is what I wanted to pull up right here. Sister over here said currently Japan is experiencing wildfires, but there are millions in the dark in Chile after they grid went out. Whole grid is shut down and millions are in the dark. Going on 3 days. Okay? Going on 3 days. This is why you need to have stuff to prepare. This is the preparation that I'm talking about. Shut them lights off if you want to. I got a generator. Guess what? It costs money to buy generators. Guess what? It costs money to buy heating blankets. Will God protect you? Yeah, for sure. However, it's a partnership. And preparation is always a part of a partnership. If you do this, I'll do that. That's what his words say. If you hearken, then I'll bless you. If you abide by it, you eat the good of the land. If you study and meditate on the word of God day and night, you will be blessed. It is a partnership. Now, I want to show y'all this, not to stir y'all up. I was absolutely flabbergasted, but not surprised to know that somebody still thinks this way. And on the other hand, the people that they feel this way about lack a whole bunch of knowledge and still think it's about, well, let's boycott Targets and all of this dumb stuff. You're going to hear it over here. Crazy. Let me turn it up. Hold on 1 second. And then let me rewind this back. It's only 45 seconds long, but I want y'all to listen to this.
True freedom of association, you have to repeal the Civil Rights Act, because that is in literally fighting against the Constitution. The two cannot exist at the same time. Barry Goldwater even talked about that back, when this was a thing. He was talking about how the civil rights regime was going to be built out. It would end freedom of association. And ultimately, what has it given white people? No rights. It's given political prisoners, thought crimes, censorship, banning. And now we can't have our own spaces, but they can have their own black everything and be in all our white spaces. All of this because they couldn't all of this because they couldn't drink in the same water fountain or use the same toilet. Was it really that big of a deal?
What's going on?
True freedom of association.
I want y'all to hear that again. I was flabbergasted that people still feel this way, and this is the number one reason why I tell my people, I mean, you should have your own by now. You study complaining about this type of behavior, but never doing anything to bring real change. This is sickening.
You have to repeal the Civil Rights Act because that is in literally fighting against the Constitution. The two cannot exist at the same time. Barry Goldwater even talked about that back, when this was a thing. He was talking about how the civil rights regime was going to be built out. It would end freedom of association. And ultimately, what has it given white people? No rights. It's given political prisoners, thought crimes, censorship, banning, and now we can't have our own spaces, but they can have their own Black everything and be in all our white spaces. All of this because they couldn't drink in the same water fountain or use the same toilet. Was it really that big of a deal?
Steady, are you ready? Are you ready? What's going on?
Turn this back around. Sorry about that. Why does this thing keep going down? So yeah. They want to get rid of the civil rights. Because some, not all, don't feel like we belong in their spaces because some of us don't want them in our spaces. This is the type of civil war talk that is going on in a lot of circles. Okay? Were they going back to that? And they're not afraid to say it. I mean, there are people that look like me that are equally as racist as you just heard that person. Equally. There's prejudice, shall I say. Prejudiceness on both sides, all sides. Heard a Hispanic told a melanated man to go back to Africa. He told the Hispanic man to go back to Mexico. I mean, just vitriol towards humanity. So you got that brewing. They're not the only ones who feel, think, and act that way. They got whole groups. Hey, if they come your way, if they look at you crazy like this, then annihilate them. So you got stock market crashing, vanishing money, just going down the drain. You got them cutting free reduced meals. You got them getting rid of student loan income-based repayment plan and all of that stuff. You also got them eliminating low income and Section 8 housing. And if you be on it, you can only be on it for a time limit. Meaning if you've been on it for 10 years, you already had your 6 months. You've been on it for 3 years, you already had your 6 months. They say they will not be making people comfortable on their programs. You only have 6 months. You only have 6 months to get food stamps. Because they want you to go to work. And in order for you to get them 6 months of food stamps, you at least have to be working 20 to 25 hours a week. So you have that. Department of Education. That's going to be left up to the states. So whatever they decide is what they decide. If they don't want something taught, then it's a lot. And like I said, I'm not here to solely talk about their stuff, but I see a big, long, glycerin wet sword coming for you and coming for many. And that is why I'm here. If you see this video Okay? Whatever opportunity I am offering to you, you have to take advantage of it while I am live. You can still take advantage of any opportunity that I'm offering. Let me make that crystal clear. However, it will not be at any prices that I offer while we are live, just so you know. Here are a couple of things that God told me and others. This is what I need y'all to do. There is a wealth transference happening, and the wealth is being stolen from the American people and is being put into the pockets of presidents, prime ministers, whatever you call, some of them foreign countries. No disrespect to y'all or y'all leader, but I'm not, well versed on all the terminology of what you call your people over there, your people, your leadership. That's where the money's is going to, in an endless fake war. Okay, just on a lot of fraudulent stuff, on a lot of stuff we wouldn't even imagine why our monies would be going there. And it's the same monies that if we fail to pay, we go to prison. We don't have time. We can never work a 9 to 5 and get what we need and prepare for what is coming in such a short amount of time. So everything that I have offered and will offer will be a way to get you some money, except even government contracts. I was going to say that take a little bit of building, just a little bit. But you can have you a government contract in 30 days or less, that's for sure. That is for sure. There has already been declared an economic emergency. I mean, just go and look up what that means. And that's already declared, to give them the green light to cut the funding and do all of these different things. So these are the aspects, the areas where God says, I want my people, and I'm going to send you first to learn the information so you can come back and tell my people to follow on this same path. I need many workers doing many things. It is not a one-man job. Nehemiah gave the instructions on how to build the wall, but it was some who built the fish gate, the east gate, the west gate, the north gate, the south gate, some who built the center gate, some who slept while others built, and then exchanged duties. So the people that just finished building and go sleep, and then they would shift. Everybody worked hand in hand together. Okay? Everybody that was a part of God's kingdom, or everybody that was called unto God. And that's simply what I'm here for. That's it. Okay? So with that being said, let me tell y'all, I'm not even going to waste too much time. I have a 4-day intensive coming up. This is the easiest way to make money, because you can have you something tangible in your hand that will make money on demand. You need to have extra money coming in to be able to deal with everything that is happening simultaneously. The biggest war that we are fighting right now is economically. And the only way to survive, only way, is to have something in place that will offset your expenditure that you're being price gouged and literally taken advantage of at the pump, at the checkout stand, wherever we're going and spending money. We are losing more money than we are making. Therefore, you need to make more money so that the money that you're losing does not affect you. All right. Number one, we're going to have a 4-day intensive. This is the one that I'm going to be able to show you how to make you some money every month, like clockwork. And you don't have to wonder or guess, do these people want this? It's hands down what they spend money on every single month during every big business ripoff holiday, aka holiday. Okay? How you can let somebody else's product make you money. I don't mind revenue sharing if I'm gonna be able to make money rapidly. If you got the platform and then I can bring people to the platform and you pay me $10, then I'm gonna go tell everybody to go to the platform. You get what you want, they get what they want, I get what I want, or whatever's promised to me. It's a network, it's a community initiative. Right now, you can literally have you some money, somebody else create it, ship it for you, all of this stuff. Okay? Crafting to cash, 100. No, I'm gonna let it go for $197. I put it back to $397. Lifetime access to the replays by day number 2. You will have a tool in your hand to make you money on demand. Literally. You can do 3K minimum. That's for the lazy part-timer, or I'm just brand new doing something and need to offset a little bit more of my expenditures and my income. But $10,000 per month selling other people's products. If this is the way that God says, I'm going to use the most simplest way, format for my people to get what they need in haste. Haste means in hurry. Hi, Brother Torin. How are you? God bless you. Then we need to be over there. And we need to be over there like by the boatloads. We don't got to have 1,000 people, but if we got 100 people, we got 50 people. God's mathematics are way different than ours. Then you do the math. We got 100 people doing $10,000. Okay? Every single month. We're able to do more. You're able to get yourself in a better position. Seriously. Y'all turn the lights off. These people over there freezing. Not only are they freezing, they have no means to cook food. What food they had is no good. I'm talking about preparation. And the only way you can prepare is you need extra income. Your job won't allow you to do it because it's just enough for bills. All right? So the price is officially $397. I will let you get in on this. That way, this month, March, and it's just the first. There's so many things coming up in March. Mardi Gras, you can benefit off of that. Okay? You benefit off of St. Patty's Day. You can benefit off of so many different things. Spring break. Let me make you some flip-flops, some beach towels with my brand on. Okay? Turn around in the same month and get prepared for Easter or Passover. Also, March is Autism Awareness Month. I mean, there's so many different things that you can literally have $10,000 in your pocket by the end of the month. And the only thing that's standing between you and that bag is your action. People will only come by here and sound the alarm and call SS as much as God allows them. But when it's time for that train to get going, you just left behind. Then what? If you see all of these things happening, then what? If you know food prices are going to go up because of the tariffs, then what? If you know programs are getting cut, then what? There would be no way in the world that I would miss an opportunity to make more to help me. There is so many evictions and homelessness and sheriffs coming to move families out. I mean, and everybody is just, they're trying to survive. They're in survival mode. What's going on, Brother Caesar Serrano? What is going on? Much love to you. Salute to you as well. So I have that for 197. If you did not get in on that and you want to get in on that, now is your time. I kid you not. I'm going to show you some things that will blow your mind. And then you will have the tools to do this on rinse, wash, and repeat repeatedly. This is the best and the fastest way for you to get extra income without spending no money. Without spending no money at all. Okay? If you want that, that's $197 on this live. After this live ends, it's $397. I'm not doing any payment plans at all. We take off in just a couple of days. And you need to be in your bag fast. For real, for real. I'm going to tell you what I heard, and we'll see. That's what I always tell people, because God is not a man that he should lie. Nor is he the son of man that he should repent. He said we had 6 months, and this was last month, to prepare by the summer of this year. Things as we know it will look definitely different. And it will be scary, frightening times for a lot of people. There will be violence and different things of that sort. When people can't provide for their family, then they steal from the next. This is our time, like never before, to get ourselves in position to preserve. That's what this is about. Preserving. Preservation. Let me get what I need. My family is good. I can sit down and watch the show. It's the name of the game. So I have that. The information, all payment information for any opportunities that I am offering is rolling on the screen in pink. Actually, it's not rolling. It's still on the screen in pink. And it's also in the description of this video. Moving right on along. Because I said I had a hard stop. And I literally have 9 minutes, which means you have 9 minutes to take advantage of the opportunities at the discounted prices, or you can take advantage of them later on, okay? So I have that because that is one way to go in and get the wealth. I also have the credit sweep. People have been asking me, hey, the CFPB is down. What do we do? The FTC is up, and they are taking the complaints for the CFPB, which is on its way to being demolished. Please don't miss your .com movement. Do you hear me? God don't want you to miss your .com movement. We missed it then in the early 2000s. Don't miss your .com movement. There are going to be some people that God's going to need to have their credit good to go and confiscate territory from the enemy. The housing market is crashing and will completely come to a crash, and that is the best time to buy. Do not let the Robert Kiyosakis be the only one out there buying up land for pennies on the dollar, buying up houses, nice houses for pennies on the dollar. If you don't got money and you got credit, you can get you a mansion. You can get you a whatever you want. Okay? I have the 7-day credit sweep with the 200K funding play. It's going to teach you how to get your credit swept and then also teach you how to go and get $200,000 minimum in funding now that your credit is funding ready. The sweep makes your credit fundable. Okay? It makes your credit fundable and it makes it fundable fast. Why? Because we need money and we need it now to prepare for what is to come. I have that, which is a 7-day sweep, and the 200K funding, $497. Okay? I'm going to move right on along. I have the credit sweep business the credit do-it-yourself credit business in a box. Now, this is a way for you to educate yourself, repair your own credit as you ought to be. Stop being lazy and putting it in the hands of somebody else, and then you're dissatisfied or it's not done or whatever the case may be. You back to square one. No, with the business in a box, you get educated. You got all the documents that you need to send into the credit bureaus to have them remove these negative, erroneous, obsolete, and derogatory items from your credit report. The sweep does it in days. The business in a box allows a 30-day investigation time for them to come back and say, hey, we verified or not verified is removed from your credit profile. And if they ever came back with a denied, or it's been validated, then you have the consumer law legal documents to say, now I'm going to hit you with this one. If you don't remove that off my credit according to consumer law, U.S., blah, 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 I will see you in a court of law. And they don't want to get sued right now because the CFPB is suing them. And suing them for $15 million for fraudulent practices against people like you and I. Somebody put in the chat, take advantage, beloved, take advantage. Do not miss your .com movement. Second part of the business in a box is it gives you the ability to sell it. It is income tax time now, so people can't say, I don't got the money. There's nothing stopping you. Everybody and their mama need credit or will need it eventually. Everybody and their mama 18 years plus has a social security number. They need to have the credit repair. They need to have hard inquiries. They can have an 800. But if you got a hard inquiry or 2 hard inquiries, now you are ineligible to be funded. Child support on people's credit reports, stopping them from doing things, check systems, okay? Co-signer, judgment, repossession, late payment, hard inquiry. This business in a box has the whole works. And like I said, it's 2 separate businesses in a box. You can just use the educational aspect. Hey, I'm having a credit repair watch party. It's absolutely free. Bring them on there. Play some of them Zooms that you don't got to do or show your face because it's already done for you. That's why it's called a done for you business in a box. All right. Now you can have that play. And then at the end, your call to action would be, I have a business in a box that I can sell to you for $497. You get 3 people, that's $1,500. 4 people, that's $2,000. Off of a business box, you didn't even have to pay that much for. Nowhere near that amount. This business in a box sells for $497, but I promise you, This is the gift that keep on giving, and everybody, this is recession proof, inflation proof. You're not doing nobody's credit. Let me be very clear about that. You're not fixing nobody's credit at all. What you are doing simply is offering them the ability to have the documents that they need to dispute their own credit and learn how to do so, how to read their credit report, how to know what is being put on your credit report. Is it accurate? Is this fictitious? Did you just add an address on my report? Did you change my name purposely? Did you misspell it? Is my middle initial J and you got a G there? This is what helps you with all of that. You also got a list of bank CEO numbers when you want to go hit the big bag. You also got 4 different ebooks that you can sell right now for $97 each if you don't want to do nothing with the business in the box. Okay? I'm going to give 4 people. I mean, you better take advantage of this now if you haven't. I'm going to do something extra spectacular right here, right now. I cannot sell this business in a box for lesser than $4.97, and you can't sell it if you buy it from me for lesser than $4.97. But if you ever get in a position where God has blessed you, you can offer a blessing to somebody, okay? I know for a fact, I haven't even mentioned this credit business in a box in a cool minute because God says stop announcing it. Now you can only get access to that in my mentorships. So part of the mentorship. However, for 4 people, you go ahead and you put the $250, I will put the $247 and give you that business in a box literally for $250. Anybody want that? You better speak right now. Right now. Okay? And I'm only doing it for 4 people. Most people don't know I've invested my money into other people to help them make money. I have given things away for free. A very valuable lesson that I learned not to do that. Okay. But this is a business in a box. You don't have to create nothing. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to coach nobody. You don't got to do any of that. And this thing will make you money like clockwork. Okay. If you don't want it, I won't offer it. But if you do, only for 4 people, I need to get that under my belt. I need to have that. I don't care if it's for now. I also can connect you with a person who can get you leads like liquid gold to buy your business in a box. Okay. So like I said, it's originally $4.97. $4.97. I will allow 4 people to take advantage of it for $250. I will put up to $247, which makes it a total of $297. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. Well, I'm just going to offer these over here and leave the mentorships where they at for right now. Faceless YouTube. If you want to learn how to create your own faceless YouTube and storybooks that can be sold, uploaded, and sold on Amazon KDP, you get royalties every month. You hear me? Every month. And then you can sell this like hotcakes with your eyes closed without ever showing your face, turning on a camera, simply linking the link to your faceless YouTube channel. And then YouTube will pay you because of the views. This is a viral strategy that I'm giving you, but I'm going to allow you to get access to the faceless YouTube, how to set it up, how to write storybooks. There's birthdays every month. Put up a picture. Hey, I write storybooks for children. Best for birthday gifts, best for Christmas presents, best for whatever. Okay? Whatever just best for everyday life. Storybooks that send positive messages, educational messages, entrepreneurial messages. I'm going to help you write your own storybook, and also how to create websites and turn them into wealth. Literally use AI to build the websites. You go in and edit some things. Minimum you can charge for a website that AI built is $500 minimum. Maximum you can charge up to $1,500, $2,000. You get to put the time and the amount on your time, and then receive an invoice or a fee for your services versus a paycheck. Two totally different things. So I have that Faceless YouTube Storybook and How to Turn Websites into Wealth for $197. I do also, and I think I'll stop with this. I'll have two more, and then I'll stop with this. I have the land bank list. If you would like to know where in the world can I buy land and houses for $500 or less, for $1,000 or less, for $300, for $100, that's already valued at more than what I'm going to purchase it for, meaning I can go ahead and flip it in 2 days, sell it to a wholesaler, get the thing off my hands. Now I just paid $500, I got $30,000, I got $15,000, I got $5,000 off of a $500 investment. So I have the land bank list with over 250 land bankers in the United States that you don't know about unless you got this list. Land bankers are not just regular smuggler. They call land bankers for a reason. They actually will fund a lot of your projects, if not all of them. Fund your initiatives. When it comes to land, you can get so much. There is USDA as farmers. There's all kind of money for land bankers. So I am going to, I have the land banking list with 250 different land banks in all 50 states, including Puerto Rico. And I have the workshop so you know how to bid and when to bid, when and what type of property you should invest in and which ones you want to watch out for. What are some of the deciding factors, and when you go to auction and you win a bid on a home, okay? Did you read over the details? I go over all of that inside of the master class, and the list has directions and instructions as well. Simply click on a link, go see what they have, when the auction is, what the bid is. Very simplistic stuff that kindergartners can do, okay? So I have that for $97, $197. I missaid that because I'm looking at something else that I was offering as a raffle. And I have not forgotten about the raffle. We're going to do that live. It's going to pick a name. I'm not going to pick a name, and that person will be the person that win the land, okay? But for the master class and the list, it is $197. I also have 1,000 done for you digital product ebooks in all kinds of spaces. When I say weight loss, health, mental health, relationships, marketing, businesses online, 6 figures, all kinds of stuff. They have in these ebooks. It's 1,000 of them. 1,000 ebooks that you don't have to sell. You can sell each ebook for $97. You have $97 times 1,000. Y'all put that in the chat what the numbers look like. Okay. So I have that as well. It is 1,000 done for you digital products. That is $97. If you want that, you can snatch that up. Okay. Is there anything else? No, that's all I'm going to announce on here. Again, I'm getting ready to end the live. If you want access to any opportunities, you must take advantage of them. Okay. Um, please don't miss your .com moment. That is what I will say. I love you guys. I always pray for you guys. Pray for my family this weekend. We are laying our loved one to rest, and it's heartbreaking. You know, the family is dealing with their trauma of just taking such a major loss in our family with the death or the passing away of my auntie so unexpectedly, so shockingly. So keep our family in prayers, and I will do the same for y'all. With that being said, good night and God bless. Please wake yourself up, shake yourself loose, and build.